Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to ERD Stitches. Please, if you have not subscribed, kindly do me a favor to subscribe, and my returning subscribers, I said thank you. So today I'm going to put you through on how to achieve this channel bag, how you can use your plain leather, channel it to get something like this. You can see how the bag is. It has inner pocket. So I'm going to put you through how to, from the cutting to the sewing. So the bag also have an inner pocket. Look at it, very beautiful. So now let's go to the cutting table. So I'm using this black leather for my tutorial. As you can use, I've done some markings. I will explain to you what I did here. Okay, for my gusset, I have, this is my down gusset. What I have here is 14.5 inches by 3.25 inches. Then here also, what I have here is 10.5 inches by 3.25 inches. Then I have to now share it into two. I divided it into two. That's what I did here. It's the same 3.25 inches. Look at it here. 3.25 inches. So what I did, I just divided it into two. So these two are for my zipper gusset. That's up of the bag where I will attach zip, while this is for the down. So to get the shape I need, I'm using this round object. What I have here is about 8.1 inches. So what I did, I placed it on this my leather and traced it round. So after tracing it round, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to cut out 2 pieces of this. So this is the 2 pieces now. You can see I've marked my chalk on it because I'm going to channel it. So what I did is I just put my ruler this way and trace. Decide the spacing you want. I'll just be tracing it. So you can see I've cut that foam for it. So I'm going to put it on top of my foam this way and channel it. I'll just sew on it, on the lines this way. When I'm done sewing on the lines, I will also create another channel this way. I will do it in all. So I will create it and also sew on it. So after channeling my bag, this is what I have now. You can see it, the two. I did the same on my gusset also. I channeled my gusset. You can see how it is. This is my down gusset and these are the 2 upper gussets. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew my lining to it. This is the back. So I'm going to sew my lining to it, but before I sew my lining to it, I'll first work on my lining. So this is my lining that I'm going to use for this bag. So I've cut it out, and this also I'm using it for inner pocket. What I have here is 5.5 inches by 9. So I'm going to fold it, my right side of the lining facing each other. Then I'll take it to my machine now. I will sew this way. This way I'll stop. I'll give space where I will turn my lining from. I'll start from somewhere and sew it this way and this way. That's what I'm going to do now. So as you can see, I'm done sewing it. So I have to turn it to the right side now. So after turning it to the right side, this is what I have. So I'm going to bring my lining. Now we'll get the midpoint of my lining. I'll fold it this way to indicate the midpoint. So this is the midpoint now. So from that midpoint, I'm going to come down by 1 3/4 inches, which is here. This is the place I turned it from, so it has to face the down, while this place that is on fold will face the up. So I have to get the middle of this also. So this is the middle. I will match it midpoint meeting midpoint. So I will put it on my lining this way and top stitch it this way. I will top stitch it this way, and this way. So here will be the opening of my pocket. Listen, I will top stitch it this way, and this way on my lining. So this is my inner pocket. Now I'm done stitching it. This is what I have. So now I'm going to sew it to my leather. I'll bring my leather, I'll fold it this way to get the midpoint. So I will indicate the midpoint now. This is the midpoint. I've already notched the midpoint of my lining. So the wrong side of my leather will face the wrong side of my lining, midpoint to midpoint. Here, this is for the up. This is my pocket. So on the down also, I will match the midpoint on the down part. Then I will bring my piping cord and start from the midpoint to pipe it together the way it is now with my lining under. I will pipe it round. I will do same to the second leather also. I'll put my lining under, use my piping cord to pipe it round. Okay, as you can see, I'm done piping it round. This is what I have now after piping it round. You see? This is my inner pocket. So I'm going to keep this one aside. Now I'm going to work on the gusset. So what I'm going to do now is that, so I bring my lining, I'll put my zip cloth on my lining this way. Bring my gusset. This is the right side of my lining, and this is the right side of my upper gusset. I'll put it this way and stitch it. By the time I'm done stitching it, I will turn it over this way together with my lining and top stitch on it. So after sewing it and top stitching, this is what I have. This is the inside. So as it is like this, I will put another lining under this way. Then I will put my second one this way and sew it. After sewing it, I will also turn it and top stitch it the way I did on this side. So I'm going to fix my zip head now. So this is what I have now after top stitching the second one. I've gone ahead to fix my zip head. Please don't forget this. Don't make the mistake of forgetting to put it. So now we are going to sew the upper gusset and the down gusset together. But before I do that, I have to sew my D-ring to the down gusset. So this is my D-ring, and this is the leather I'm using for the D-ring holder. So I'll just fix it inside. In fact, this leather is 1 3/4 inches. I just folded it into 2 and sew it on the 2 sides. So, and the length I'm working with here is 1 3/4 inches. So I will just put it in my D-ring this way. I will get the midpoint of this my down gusset, and I will centralize it on it and stitch. I will turn to this side. Please watch how I fix it. See, my D-ring is facing inside this way. I will turn to the other side, bring the second one, do the same thing to it. I will centralize it. You see the way it is? That means the two D-rings will be facing each other. I will stitch on it. So I'm going to do that on my sewing machine now. So after sewing the two D-rings, this is what I have. You can see the way they are facing each other. So now I'm going to sew the upper gusset and the down gusset together. So I'll bring my two gussets this way, make sure that they are equal. You see it? I'll bring my lining. My lining has to be on the upper gusset side, this one. I will sew it together. I will bring these two together also and sew it together as well. So after joining my gussets together, this is what I have. So I'll have to turn this lining to come towards this. So I'll just turn it this way. You see what we have here? You see what we have here also. So I'm going to my machine back. I'll just put my leather this way on my machine to top stitch here and also sew the down gusset, sew it together with the lining and also top stitch on this side. Okay, you can see I'm done with my top stitching. So now I'm going to notch it. I have to bring the two joining together this way to get the middle. So I'm going to notch both up and down here and also here. Now we get the main body. You can see that there is a notch here. When you come to the upper part also, you can see the notch here also. So I'm going to turn this to the wrong side this way. This place that I taped is the down part. So it has to be on the down part of the gusset. So I'll bring the two notch points together. I will come to the up and also bring the two notch points together. I'll bring this one also. I will do the same on this. I'll get the two notch points here together. At the up here also, I will get the two notch points together. So I will take it to my sewing machine now and sew it round on the both sides. Okay, I'm done sewing it together. This is what I have now after sewing it together. So I'm going to take it to my machine now to tape it round so that we will cover the rough edges that we are seeing here now. So I'm done taping it round. This is what I have after taping it round. So I'm going to turn it now to the right side. So this is what I have now. This is our purse now. So you have to zip it. Okay, this is the leather I'm using for the strap. So what I have here is the length I have here is 27 inches. Then the wideness is 2¼ inches. You can make it longer than this, but I'm okay with this 27 inches. So first, now I'm going to fold it into 2 equal parts this way. Then I will stitch it down till the end. So this is what I have now after stitching it. You see it. So now I'm going to sew this side. So that it will be neat, you have to fold in here a little, like 1/4 inch. Fold it up also like 1/4 inch. Then make sure you make it equal, arrange it well. So as I'll take it to my machine. As I sew, I arrange. You see the way it is. That's the way I'm going to sew it now till the end. So this is our strap now after sewing it. So I'm done stitching it, you can see. So now I'm going to fix my adjuster to it this way. Then I will pass it through my D-ring here. I'm going to pass it under my adjuster. Watch me, under my adjuster. This way. Then I'll pass it on this side also. So when I pass it, this is what I have now. So I will adjust it here, reduce the length and stitch it. I'll stitch it here. I'm using this chain for the strap also. I'm adding it to the strap. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it to my D-ring. I fit it to my D-ring this way. Then I will close it. I put on this one also. I'll close it up. This is what I have now. So I'm going to get another D-ring again. But I will add to this chain this way. I'll close it. I'll put to the second side also. I'll close it. Then I will now get my strap. I'll put one of my strap here. I will stitch it. So I'm done stitching it, you can see. So now I'm going to fix my adjuster to it this way. Then I will pass it through my D-ring here. I'm going to pass it under my adjuster. Watch me, under my adjuster. This way. Then I'll pass it on this side also. So when I pass it, this is what I have now. So I will adjust it here, reduce the length and stitch it. I will stitch it here. So after stitching my strap. This is what I have for the back. You can see how beautiful the back is. You can give it a try. A very beautiful bag. This is what I have now. So this brings us to the end of this tutorial. If this tutorial has been helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Like my videos, share my videos, and also you can follow me on Facebook at Iyarudi Stitches, also on Instagram at Iyarudi Stitches. Thank you for watching till the end of this tutorial. You can see the inner pocket, very beautiful. Bye, and see you in the next tutorial.